Hey there, this is Doug. Now, if you just finished watching part 1 of how to apply for the NLV, we're going to pick up right where we left off, which is the FBI background check. So now go to fbi.gov and scroll down until you see Get a Rap Sheet. Now, I actually had to double check the website a couple times to make sure I was on the correct website. I did not expect to see Get a Rap Sheet. I was looking for something a little bit more official. Either way, click the link. Here you can choose how you want to get your background check or rap sheet. I chose to do this online. After clicking online, you're taken to another page where it directs you to another website, ID History Summary Checks. Scroll down to how to submit a request. Look through the steps, but at some point, enter your email address in the box to the right to get started. You will receive an email with a PIN number. You need to enter the PIN here, then log in. Sign the privacy statement and click Continue. Fill out all the requested information, pay the fee, and submit. Once your identity history summary request has been confirmed, you will receive an order number. You will need that order number if you choose to do what I did and go to your local post office and have your fingerprints done digitally. Once you have your order number, then go to the U.S. Post Office website and scroll down to register with the FBI IDHSC program, which will allow the U.S. Post Office to capture your fingerprints and send to the FBI digitally. Once you've registered, find the closest post office that does digital fingerprinting and go get your fingerprints. Pay the fee and relax. Next, you'll receive another email from the FBI informing you that they have received your fingerprints and that your request for identity history summary will be processed. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but my background has changed. I'm no longer in Alicante. I'm in Barcelona. I'm here for a couple of days doing some sightseeing. But I want you to know you have gotten through probably the most complicated part of the process, the FBI background check, mainly because of all the steps you need to take with the FBI and getting the fingerprints, etc., etc. Now, you're not finished yet. You still need to get some documents notarized. You need to get your FBI background check apostilled, and you're going to have to get most of your documents translated into Spanish. Now keep in mind, you can't just go to Google and translate those. You need to go to an authorized translator approved by the Spanish Consulate. But for now, let's move on to document 8, which is the medical certificate, which is fairly easy. Although the website for the Consulate General in Los Angeles doesn't provide much more than written information, the Houston website has a link to a PDF document you can print and take with you to your local doctor for them to fill out. This makes it super easy. Number 9 is an easy one as well. You simply need proof of residency in the state that your chosen Consulate General has jurisdiction over. In my case, I use my Arizona driver's license, but you can also use a state-issued ID. Okay, number 10. The visa and resident fees. Now, personally, I found this one to be a little bit more confusing. Basically, you're going to need one cashier's check for the amount of $152 made out to the Consulate General of the jurisdiction of your choice. In my case, it's Los Angeles, so it's Consulate General of Spain, Los Angeles. Now, you're going to need Form 790 Code 052, and you're going to need 2 copies. Now, here's the confusing part. When I got to the appointment, I presented the paperwork and Form 790 that I had given to the person at the consulate. They told me it was the incorrect form. And I was given this form, which can be found on the Houston Consulate website. I would suggest printing 2 copies of both, filling out both, and bringing both. The cashier's check amount stays the same at $152. You can access this form via the link on the Consulate webpage. Note that in the description you'll need 2 copies, and you must tick or check box 2.1, the initial temporary resident permit. After clicking the link to Form 790 Code 052, you're taken to the website of Ministry of Territorial Policy. Now, scroll down until you see the 2 red boxes. Click the second box. On the next page, you'll select the province where you will be living while in Spain. A window will pop up asking if you're sure you want the province you chose. Select OK and continue. Now, print 2 copies of this form. Once printed, fill out all of the information and place a check in box 2.1. Now you have the option of filling this in online. However, when you do so, it automatically calculates the cost of the fee in euros. Now, if you're applying in LA, that obviously will be done in US dollars, so I opted not to fill it out online. I simply printed it and filled it out and brought it with me. All right, so now you have the bulk of the work done. Now it's time to get notarized, apostilled, and translated into Spanish. That's what's going to happen in part 3 of this series on how to get your NLV. Now, in the next video, I'm also going to give you a small tip that might help you get your appointment at the consulate just a little bit quicker. So, hop on over to part 3, and we'll see you over there. Apostilled. Apostilled? Apostilled. Apostilled. However you say that word, apostilled.